This will be for the con exercise, interpret change in exponential models, changing units. Okay, most of the write-ups you can really just skim. I'll read the first one. Cleopatra uploaded a funny cat video on her website, which rapidly gains views over time. The relationship between the time t and days since she uploaded the video and the total number of views v of t is modeled by this function. Okay, complete the sentence about the weekly rate of change, round to 2 decimal places. Every week, the number of views grows by a factor of blank. Okay, when you see factor of, you can think of the word multiple. Okay, so basically, what number is being multiplied each time? So like I said, you don't really need the write-up because they say right here that t is in days. Okay, so this function is based on t, the number of days, but they're asking us for each week, what is the factor of, or the multiple of. Okay, so it's actually very easy. If t is the number of days, we know that 1 week is going to equal 7 days. All right. So basically, we can ignore this and just plug in 7 days in place of t. All right. So this is going to equal, well, it's not going to equal, but it's going to be 1.17 to the power of 7. All right, we just need to do this on the calculator and round to 2 decimal places. Okay, I got approximately 3.0012. Round to 2 decimal places, you look at the third one. If it is less than 5, you round it down. So we are looking at 3.00. So it gets multiplied by this every day, but over a span of 7 days, that is to the 7th power. So in the box, you could probably just type 3. I'm going to type 3.00 to be safe. All right, these write-ups are confusing. I would just skim. Initial measure, mass is 15 grams. T is in weeks, M is the mass, and here is the function right here. Okay, it's convenient the way they wrote it because they wrote the units for T right here. The mass T is in weeks, okay? And they want to know, rounding to 2 decimal places, each day the mass of the sample decays by a factor of blank. Again, factor of, multiple of, same thing, but we're looking for every day instead of every week. Okay, once again, like before, we know that 1 week is equivalent to 7 days. But in their question, they're asking us for every day or just 1 day. So basically, if you divide both sides by 7, 1 over 7 weeks is equivalent to 1 day. All right. So if we want to plug in 1 day in here, we can't plug in 1 because T is in weeks. So we have to take 1 day and plug in 1 over 7 weeks. All right. So this number here, we can ignore it. We just want to see what it's multiplied by each time. All right. So this is going to be 0.79 to the power of 1 over 7. Okay, I plugged in 1 day in place of T, but that's 1 over 7. So on the calculator, 0.79 to the power of 1 over 7. Okay, 0.79, exponent, parentheses, and 1 over 7 is the same as 1 divided by 7, close parentheses. Okay, 0.79 to the power of 1 over 7. And it's not letting me do this. Okay, it made me put a 0 in the front. 0.79 to the power of parentheses 1 over 7. And they said round to 2 decimal places. You look at the third decimal. If it's 5 or more, you round up. So 0.96 is becoming 0.97. That's what it gets multiplied by each day. All right, I highly recommend you use your own calculator instead of Khan's calculator. I just did that to show you. It's better that you know how to use your own calculator. Okay, so that's going to be 0.97, round to 2 decimal places. All right, last one. You can just skim the write-up. T is in years. N of T is a number of tigers modeled by this function. See this right here, years. It tells you that T is in years. Okay, complete the sentence about the monthly rate of change. Round to 2 decimals. Each month, the number of tigers decays by a factor of blank. Okay, so this will show you in years, but we want it in months. Okay, and of course, we know that 1 year equals 12 months. Okay, and we want to know for the monthly rate of change is 1 month. So just divide both sides by 12, and we'll have 1 over 12 years. And that's going to equal 1 month. Okay, so if we want to plug in 1 month here, we can't use 1 because this is in years. So we have to use 1 over 12. All right, and they said the factor of in the sentence. So factor of, it just means what you're multiplying by each time. So we don't need the 612. We just want to see what it's being multiplied by each time. So I'm going to take the 2/3 and raise that to the power of 1/12, because that would represent 1 month. Okay, so I'm going to do this on the calculator. All right, use parentheses on the 2/3. So it's going to be, let me see, parentheses, 2 divided by 3, or 2/3, close parentheses, to the power of parentheses 1/12, or 1 divided by 12, same thing. Close parentheses again, 2/3 to the power of 1/12. Hit equals. They told us 2 decimal places. So you look at the third one. If it's 5 or more, you round it up. So 0.96 becomes 0.97. All right, 2 decimal places. So just type 0.97 or 0.97, same thing.